I was out driving Jupiter today, Fat Tuesday, March 1. The weather was very nice here, 60s, upper 70s, 77, 78 during the afternoon for a high. Drove by a big AT&T building in Missouri, and people were looking at me like they know who I am. AT&T, the board of directors of AT&T may contact me, present a contract to me to make me a chairman, or just a paycheck of $1 billion a month. I don't need to be the chairman. Job titles don't mean a lot to me, just money. $1 billion a month. Respect for my degrees and ownership and ACT and GMAT percent. Sprint, T-Mobile, well, I owned it, just like I owned AT&T. But you were headquartered here, and I think I had one interview after college. They called me up, and nothing became of it. And back then, I was interested in turning Video Corner into an empire to become richer than Sam Walton. But that didn't happen. Mom and Dad did not treat me like an owner, and then they started treating me like a high school kid working in Video Corner, not like an owner. They were disrespecting me and my degrees, and I think other people just said he's been seen working his Video Corner with the high school kids, so that's what he is, a high school kid. You know, and I've heard people say, well, anybody can say they have degrees, be lying about it and shit. That's very true, and, if it's an issue, I think you should check it out, just not blindside arrest people and disrespect them, so. Video Corner, Mom and Dad disrespected me, lied to me, misled me, fucked me up forever. Can't be erased, it's real. And AT&T, T-Mobile, whatever, Sprint, I'll contract for $1 billion a month. That's maximizing stock owner value of a company called me, because I am the most important company of all. Now, when everybody starts acting like they're the most important company, well, I guess in a chain of command, you got checks and balances, and really money controls everything. Who controls the paychecks? The money. So we'll just get the board of directors, the top of the chain of the command. You respect me with my degrees and ACT and percent, GMAT percent, and the market rate of pay of $5 billion a year hedge fund paycheck, and I'm better than that, so $1 billion a month. That's the same for every other company around town where people bug me, where I've had issues since I was 16, starting especially with Merrill Lynch and Smith Barney and PaineWebber. You know, the tall kid said I owned Merrill Lynch in high school. Well, I owned everything, and I own it right now. I own Bank of America that owns it. And they disrespected me, had court orders telling me I can't go to Merrill Lynch anywhere on the planet. I mean, it just proves the precedents have been established. It's my favorite concept, precedents. That the courthouse and law is just a bunch of fucking punks, dumbass punks who have no credibility. And what they do is create anger and, wars when they are just, disrespecting people like me. So, I'm $1 billion a month. Nobody's supposed to make that much money, I've been told, or it's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. Some ways it might be ridiculous, but it's the market rate, it's the benchmark, and all the dumbasses who insult me and mouth off, they don't work for free. In fact, some of them are Nazis telling me I'm only supposed to make $30,000 a year, but they make $50,000 a year. Mock me while I'm in handcuffs and chains and courthouse and shit. So that's why minimum wage for me really is just $1 billion a month. And I'll keep doing this because it has to be. The people who disrespected me need to pay. They need to pay for the disrespect. They need to be made examples that they are not acceptable. And the casinos, national gaming, billion a month for me to work as an employee, whether I own the place or not. Hedge fund paychecks. Mike Milka's paycheck back in the 80s, yeah. He went to jail for securities fraud, whatever. Well, I've been in jail for trespassing. I've been harassed since I was 16. So, one time it's this, one time it's that. Use the law against people with the fake lies, and the courthouse backs up lies like trespassing, fiction, raping and molesting women. Just complete fiction lies that are, and the courthouse backs it up. So the courthouse has made the law and everything else a big joke. And the license office and procedure. Here in Kansas, this is where I'm from. This is where I grew up, kindergarten through high school, my whole life. With my dad with his Ivy League degrees. He grew up in Kansas City, Missouri as a kid. Now, whoever the person was after my college became such a lunatic idiot, it made me break down and cry. I couldn't believe it. Some things back up that he was a complete fraud, and once in a while I think of things that gave him, maybe he really was my dad, I don't know. But many things, the gossip, the lies about other people, might try to get me to think other people are great people, but he just lies about them, fiction, and all it does is create anger and disbelief in me, and that makes me believe he was a fraud, so. I mean, everybody gets brainwashed. I got brainwashed as a kid. And back to basics, you're no different than everybody else. So, just because you own a place doesn't mean you get a paycheck. So, if you own a place, you do whatever you want to. So, paycheck precedent's $5 billion a year at hedge funds. That's minimum wage for me. Fucking so what? You don't think it's right? Who cares what you think? I'll get on national TV and we'll just listen to your fucking stupid ass mouths. Yeah, we'll see who's right. I'm right. I was reading the Russian soldiers believe they're going into Ukraine to liberate the people, and the people want them there to save them from the oppression and Nazi genocide. Those guys are getting brainwashed by Putin, aren't they? Everybody's getting brainwashed by whoever, to do what whoever wants them to do. So, I don't know. I don't think there's genocide going on in Hungary. I mean, no, I can't think. Russia's invading Ukraine. In Ukraine, I think Russia's just making that up as a bunch of lies, really, to justify themselves, get their army to go in and do what it's doing, and those individuals brainwashed to do what they're doing. And, I think that's probably what's going on with that. And I don't know for sure. I mean, it all just seems ridiculous and ludicrous. And it's on TV every day, live television, cable TV, on the internet. So I'm putting this on the internet live, and it's here. It's real. And these companies, they owe me the money, and the individuals need to pay for their disrespect. Pay severely as examples to everyone else that they are not acceptable.